Because India is all set to get a new vice president. In fact, the NDA's candidate C.P. Radhakrishnan has won the vice presidential polls by over 150 votes against his competitor. The celebrations have begun in the NDA camp as NDA MPs are meeting at the residence of Union Minister Prahlad Joshi as we speak, where C.P. Radhakrishnan is being felicitated by NDA leaders. A total of 767 votes were cast, and with 15 being ruled invalid, a total of 752 votes were split between the two candidates. While the NDA candidate secured 452 votes, B. Sudershan Reddy, the India Bloc face, picked up 300 votes. However, the fact that Justice Reddy managed to secure only 300 votes when they had more MPs in their favor certainly raises the question: who betrayed the India Bloc and cross-voted for the NDA candidate? While C.P. Radhakrishnan secured a comfortable victory when it comes to the numbers, the Congress is calling this a moral and political victory for the India Bloc. That's right. They say that Reddy managed to secure 40% of the votes as compared to only 26% of the votes in 2022, and hence, this is a victory for the India Bloc. Some of you might have already been reminded of similar claims that were made when the BJP made a comeback to power after the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. However, there are also 14 MPs who have cross-voted during these elections, and this once again has revived the Congress's vote Chori narrative. This post was put out just earlier today by the Congress party, where they are once again insinuating at a possible vote fraud. Then there are others who've used this election to once again revive their anti-EVM narrative. They've asked why the Prime Minister, who cast his vote using the ballot paper today, is not electing himself via a paper ballot. Sample these reactions.
देखिए, देश के लिए सुखद खबर है कि एनडीए के उम्मीदवार सीपी राधाकृष्णन जी देश के उपराष्ट्रपति होंगे। उनको 452 से ज्यादा वोट मिला। विपक्षी सांसदों ने भी अंतरात्मा के आवाज पे वोट दिया, उनको पसंद किया।
तो इसमें कोई शक नहीं कि क्रॉस वोटिंग हुई है। इनको तो बदल सकते हैं, सांसदों को तो छीन सकते हैं, लेकिन जनता को नहीं छीन पाएंगे। जनता धीरे धीरे पूरी तरह से इंडिया गठबंधन की तरफ मुड़ रही है।
राहुल गांधी जी को जरूर था कि अंतरात्मा की आवाज पर वोट देना चाहिए, तो उनकी अंतरात्मा की आवाज को सुनते हुए और जिस तरह का उपराष्ट्रपति के उम्मीदवार का उन्होंने चयन किया था, उसके कारण 25 से ज्यादा लोगों ने क्रॉस वोटिंग की है।
अनफॉर्चुनेटली 15 वोट रिजेक्ट हुए हैं, इनवैलिड हुए हैं और 300 वोट ऑपोजिशन को मिला है।
All right, and sources telling Times now that of the 15 invalid votes, 10 invalid votes are of the NDA and 5 invalid votes are of the opposition. That's the latest update coming in as far as the election is concerned. Let's quickly get an update from a colleague. All right, let's listen to a reaction coming in first before we get the ground report.
को ये तो तय था कि एनडीए के जो उम्मीदवार हैं वो तो चुन के आएंगे। मैं सुबह भी आपको बोला था, जो हमारे जो टारगेट है, हमारे जो वोट्स है 427, उससे ज्यादा वोट हमें मिलेंगे और उससे ज्यादा वोट हमें मिले हैं। महाराष्ट्र के यूबीटी के, एनसीपी के जो खासदार है, कुछ कांग्रेस के खासदार है, वो नाराज थे, अपने नेतृत्व पे नाराज थे, तो उन्होंने शायद हमें वोट दिया है, ऐसा हमें लग रहा है, और 100% उन्होंने हमको वोट दिया है। महाराष्ट्र के जो राज्यपाल थे वो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट के लिए खड़े थे। महाराष्ट्र का अस्मिता का जो एक विषय था, इसीलिए महाराष्ट्र के लोगों ने उनको वोट दिए होंगे।
All right, after, of course, MPs who have cross-voted in NDA's favor, of course, including the Shiv Sena UBT, now, of course, information coming in of how there are 15 invalid votes, 10 of whom are of the NDA, 5 invalid votes are of the opposition. Let's quickly take this across to Pragya, who's joining us. Pragya, this is very significant because this means that even if there are 5 invalid votes of the opposition parties, there are still at least 10 members of parliament who've cross-voted.
Well, absolutely, Madhav, and this is not the first time. In fact, last time also, there were some invalid votes despite the mock drill and also training of MPs. So it is also the problem of the MPs who had gone there to cast vote. And in fact, remember when Prime Minister spoke to them about the mock drill, he said that, I know that 1 or 2 votes that are casted invalid won't make any difference to the result. But having said that, there is a larger message that goes out in the country, and you should not. You should try to cast the right vote and the valid vote. This was the appeal by Prime Minister, and in fact, those who had been involved in the process, there had been experiences in the past as well that there are few numbers of MPs who would always cast a vote in a manner where these votes are, considered invalid. As far as NDA is concerned, the BJP leaders believe that this was not a deliberate.
And very quickly, has the Prime Minister, is he there at the residence of Prahlad Joshi? Has he left? And any statement coming in from either the Vice President-elect or the PM there?
Madhav, Prime Minister has just left. He had come here. He had stayed for 10 minutes. He congratulated Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan. We'll soon be getting a comment from Prime Minister, but he has just left the residence of Union Minister Prahlad Joshi after congratulating C.P. Radhakrishnan. This is also, sort of respect that Prime Minister gave to the constitutional post. He came here. He congratulated C.P. Radhakrishnan, who is Vice President-elect. Soon there will be many more leaders. Many MPs are already inside. Many union ministers are also inside. They will be congratulating C.P. Radhakrishnan as well. And we'll try to get you reaction of Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan after the result has come.
All right, very significant. Pragya, we'll keep coming back to you for more updates. Of course, the reaction of C.P. Radhakrishnan, his first words after the election has been announced in his favor, is something that will be eagerly awaiting as well. Let's quickly open this up and take it across to our guest. Joining us with us is Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. Karan Verma, author, is with us here in the studio. Joining us from outside the studio also is Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist. We have Selam Dharnidharan, who's a national spokesperson of the DMK. Advocate Vandana Sinha, spokesperson of the I.N.D.A Party. Ashutosh Mishra, even if the 5 votes, as sources are telling us, of course, official versions of these will be coming out, and you understand that the election has just been concluded, in fact, a little over an hour ago, an hour and a half back, in fact. The information is that even if there are those 5 invalid votes of the opposition, there are still at least 10 MPs who have cross-voted. Who are these MPs? The DMK, your alliance partners in Maharashtra, or from somewhere else?
That is news that you should get me, rather than the other way around. No, but it is very clear if this is happening, that this what you call Chori now, and in the past it was called Operation Kamal. It's just another facet of that.
How can there be vote Chori in a vice presidential election, sir? Come on. This is Ashutosh Mishra. This is
it's called Operation. It was called Operation Kamal in the past when BJP used to form governments where it didn't have MLAs. They used to say जहाँ बीजेपी जीतती है वहाँ तो सरकार बनाती है, जहाँ नहीं जीतती वहाँ तो पक्का सरकार बनाती है.
तो ऐसे कैसे कर दिया? Can you explain to us how did they do this Operation Kamal? They bribed your members of parliament. What did they do?
I mean, there are various ways to do that. You know that. I mean, it could be something use of government machinery to pressure them. Money, I don't know. Why should I say money? But this has happened, and it's obvious to the people of India
sometimes, I mean, I understand the compulsion to perpetuate the vote Chori narrative. That's fine. But unless we have something concrete to substantiate this claim, let's not, jump to extreme conclusions without having any basis of saying so. But let me bring in Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, your reaction to this allegation. Of course, there are some Congress handles that have, state handles that have also been perpetuating the vote Chori narrative. Earlier today, we saw some of those posts, and I referred to them in the beginning of the show as well. Somewhere or the other, Congress is clutching onto that narrative. Opposition parties are clutching onto that narrative. Your response?
First and foremost, through your show, many congratulations to the new Vice President of India, Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan. What a fantabulous victory. The United NDA would have got 427 votes. You add YSRCP, we would have got 438, but not 427, not 438. The NDA got 452 votes. When I say the NDA, I mean the NDA nominee, Mr. Radhakrishnan, won handsomely with 452 votes. Abhi kitne vote, invalid the ya nahi the, that is not the material point here. जो कहते हैं हिंदी में कहावत, Jo jeeta wahi Sikandar. You know, so the Congress can keep
All right,
doing.
that's the pictures of the Prime Minister. Sorry for interrupting you, Sanju. Pictures of the first pictures of Prime Minister with Vice Presidential elect. Of course, BJP President JP Nadda also seen all these meetings taking place, of course, at the residence of Prahlad Joshi, Union Minister, and of course the Prime Minister who is of course seen in these pictures at that location as well, where he has of course greeted the Vice President over his election, of course, successfully with a margin of over 152 votes, a much more significant margin than was being thought of earlier. That would be there. It was about 110 to 115 that was estimated earlier, but this is certainly a more is a bigger margin that has been seen over here. Of course, the Prime Minister paying his respects and coming up to the residence of Prahlad Joshi to actually go ahead and wish CP Radhakrishnan, the NDA candidate in these polls who has been victorious. Sanju Verma, back to you.
Thank you, Madhav. You know, it's so heartening to see those photographs on your channel. You know, Prime Minister Narendra Modi coming down to Prahlad Joshi's residence to meet up with the 15th Vice President-elect. That shows, you know, Prime Minister Modi respects constitutional positions and the democratic ethos, which is what makes India so different from a Bangladesh, a Nepal, a Sri Lanka, what have you. But today's discussion is less about our neighbors and more importantly about a high-stakes election. You know, I'm appalled when I see a handle like Supriya Shrineth saying, oh, 2022 we managed only a 26% vote share. This time we managed a 40% vote share. The fact of the matter is, Jairam Ramesh was crowing in the morning. He was crooning in the morning. The 315 to milna tay hai. Arey Jairam Ramesh ji, aapko to 315 tak nahi mile. There were people from the the I.N.D.A Bloc alliance. Now whether they were the UBT MPs, they were MPs from Akhilesh Yadav's party, or whether they were from Sharad Pawar-led NCP faction, or whether they were Congress MPs who decided to throw their lot in with CP Radhakrishnan, that's not the moot point. The moot point is, and for a change, I agree with what Mallikarjun Kharge said. He said this is an ideological battle. Okay. And I'm so glad that the ideology represented by B. Sudershan Reddy today, Madhav, failed very quickly. This is the same B. Sudershan Reddy who disbanded Salva Judam and actually promoted Maoist insurgency in Chhattisgarh. This is the same B. Sudershan Reddy whose Bhopal gas tragedy verdict allowed Warren Anderson a free run out of India. Sudershan Reddy failed to pin down Union Carbide and failed 15,000 victims.
Let's bring in other panelists as well, please. Sanju Verma, there are other panelists also, and I have to go across to them. Selam Dhanidharan, I want you to come into this. The ideology of B. Sudershan Reddy, which has, you know, somewhere or the other gone soft on taking on Maoism, as well as other controversial judgments that have been given, and this has all been discussed in the public domain for the last several weeks. That has been defeated. So when Mr. Kharge says it's an ideological battle, you have Sanju Verma who's actually welcoming it, saying that yes, in that ideological battle, we have won the race. Your response, Selam Dhanidharan, where is the cross-voting from? Could it have been from the DMK by any chance?
See, firstly and foremost, one has to understand this is the lowest margin of victory for any vice presidential elections. How much ever the BJP wants to deny it, that's a fact. In fact, last time the India got only 182 votes, it's increased to 300. The margin was more than 340. This time the margin is just 150 and maybe 40, maybe 70 votes here and there. We could have even, our candidate could have won. And the vice president candidate, Sudershan Reddy himself explained for all these rumors and aspersions that were cast on him. That in that, if I have to talk about the current vice president, I congratulate him. But even he was trying to throttle democracy in Maharashtra. He was trying to insult the Tamils, thereby saying, well, hey, this is not Tamil Nadu for the North Indian workers to be beaten up. When he was in Maharashtra, he was insulting Tamils because nowhere in Tamil Nadu were any North Indian worker ever beaten up. Tamil Nadu is the most peaceful state. That is this ridiculing him, try to throttle federalism there by siding with the present government in Maharashtra, the coalition government. So, and for your comment that cross-voting could have come from DMK is completely preposterous, is nothing short of BJP IT wing's fake news narrative. Congress
so where have
and
those
India
15 votes gone? Okay, tell us, where have the 15 votes come from? Have they come from Shiv Sena, UBT? Have they come from Congress Party? What is the explanation? I'm just seeking an explanation from you. What explains this? Because Jairam Ramesh is on record. He has tweeted saying that we have 315 votes. The recorded votes are 300. So what happened to those 15 votes?
See, 15 votes are made null and void. And we don't know why those votes were made null and void. That's point number one. It is also possible that 15 MPs of BJP voted for Sudershan Reddy.
Mr. Dhanidharan, are you not aware there are multiple workshops that have happened? There is a format in which the voting has to take place. Let me educate you if you've not noticed that. There is a manner in which the ballot paper has to be marked. And that's why all sides have had multiple training workshops over the weekend. You would also know that. There was one yesterday, there was one day before, and there was a day on Saturday as well. So the simple point I'm making is that 15 votes that have been recorded also. One second, please hear me out. You are not aware of this. Let me just tell you what is the situation. Of the 15 votes that are null and void, 10 are of the ruling alliance and 5 are of the opposition. So there are at least 10 more people who have not voted along with you. Why?
Correct.
I am not God to say who voted how and who, right? Because this happened in secrecy. Am I God? Maybe Sanjeev Verma, belonging to BJP, can think that he is also descendant of God because Prime Minister is a descendant of God, he says. Right? I am not God to say who voted where. So I can't make all those assumptions. But I'll tell you one thing. DMK is the most united party and no one in Tamil Nadu will support CP Radhakrishnan. No one in Tamil Nadu will support CP Radhakrishnan. Sanjeev Verma, it's my time, don't interrupt me. No, calm down, you calm down, it's my time.
Okay, no personal comments. Please, gentlemen, let's not do this. No, there's no need to do a shouting match. We're having a reasonable debate. Let's not get personal. I'm requesting each of you, let's not get personal. There's no need to take each other's names and address. You can address me and answer the issue. The simple question, Salem Dhanidharan, is this. 10 votes are still missing. 10 votes, where have they gone from? Naresh Maske says there was some amount of, despondency within Maharashtra. Whether it's Maharashtra or whether it's Tamil Nadu, people would even think because Mr. Radhakrishnan is from Tamil Nadu. And therefore, there is reasonable grounds to believe that if not you, your alliance partners somewhere, those 10 votes could have gone across.
Yes, Madhav. No one in Tamil Nadu will ever support, not just the DMK party or alliance member, but even the people of Tamil Nadu, no one will support CP Radhakrishnan because no BJP MP or an MLA ever managed to win an election in Tamil Nadu without the support of the two major parties is the point number one. And RSS ideology is rejected by the people of Tamil Nadu. They abhorred. And
sir, the candidate himself is a twice member of parliament. He's a twice elected member of parliament. What are you saying, Salem Dhanidharan? He himself has represented Coimbatore twice.
But I'm saying, how did he win? I clearly say, I think, Madhav, I don't know if you're understanding or not. I'm saying he has never won without the support of two major parties in Tamil Nadu. 98 there was an alliance. 99 there was an alliance. When BJP stood without the two major parties, did any candidate ever win?
Okay, Karan Verma, I want you to come in on this. That BJP can never win in Tamil Nadu without the help of the two big parties, and therefore nobody in Tamil Nadu would have voted for CP Radhakrishnan. Is that logic making sense to you? Please respond.
So Madhav, when Dhanidharan ji says, Madhav, you don't understand, India doesn't understand them. So that is how out of touch these people are. Nobody understands you. That's your problem. And I take strong objection to our senior journalist, Mr. Ashutosh, when he cast aspersions on the I.N.D.A Alliance saying they are up for sale. I take very strong objection to that when he cast aspersions on their integrity. That's not fair. I don't think he should call them out in this fashion. Having said that, Madhav, can you imagine this happens every single time with them? What happened with Ajay Makan's nomination? You remember cross-voting happened then. What happened with Abhishek Manu Singhvi? These people cannot keep their flock together. And for him to be so delusional, he's saying Tamil Nadu people won't accept. I think that's grossly disrespectful for a duly elected vice president-elect now, and for someone who has been elected as the member of parliament from Tamil Nadu. You insult Tamilians when you say this. You are no representative, whole-soul representative of Tamil people. They have given him support, they have given him the mandate and the blessings in the past also. So that is number one. And secondly, Madhav, I am so glad that these people who are saying this is a symbolic victory, this is a moral victory. What sort of a moral victory is this? And let it be an ideological battle. I said this in the morning on your show. Today, the right ideology has won in the sense that a person of impeachable integrity throughout his life, somebody who comes from RSS, somebody who comes from humble backgrounds, has had offices like the governor of Jharkhand, Jharkhand, governor of Maharashtra. He has won it today. Unlike someone who was called a yes man by Congress and NCP. They used to call him, Justice Reddy, as the yes man of Manohar Parrikar. So easy for you to switch sides and switch horses. So people have called out your bluff. Your own people don't stand with you. That is how disillusioned you are today. That is why you are disjointed.
Okay.
Accept your reality.
Let me bring in the Aam Party now. Vandana Sinha, I want you to comment on this. What has led to this debacle? The AAP did support Justice Reddy, and it is a fact that the numbers did not quite add up as to what was expected as far as the India Alliance candidate is concerned. What went wrong, madam?
Yeah, of course, we supported Mr. Reddy, but I just first of all I want to congratulate CP Radhakrishnan, and because it's a mandate, definitely, and it's a second constitutional post of the country. So this time I totally believe that he will act as a the guardian of the constitution and not command over some political pressure. Because we all understand how our last vice president went mysteriously, because none of us, it's all for us, like none of us know what was the reason. So definitely we'll just expect this time, we accept the mandate of this country, and as far as this Mr. Radhakrishnan is concerned, I totally accept, because we don't have any expectations from the Prime Minister, as everybody knows how Punjab is now going through this tragedy. But for 20 days, Pradhan Mantri has not visited at all Punjab today. It was today he visited, and we demanded our 1,600 crores, but it was not given. Only 1,600 crores has been given to the Punjab. This discrimination should not happen again, and we expect that this constitutional post will not give any kind of discretion to any state, to any person, and definitely we will accept this mandate, and we congratulate again Mr. Radhakrishnan. Or what went wrong? There's nothing. It's a sacred voting. We can't comment on it. So
आपके MPs ने तो क्रॉस वोट नहीं किया मैम.
We supported.
आपके MPs ने तो नहीं क्रॉस वोट किया था.
नहीं क्रॉस वोट किसने? नहीं क्रॉस वोट क्यों करेंगे? We can't comment on it.
राहुल गांधी से काफी नाराज भी चल रहे हैं. आपके पार्टी, many of your spokespersons have actually been critical of Rahul Gandhi in the same way that BJP has, for not being there, ahead of the election and when the floods are happening.
As far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, it's a non-serious politician. When the country needs Rahul Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi was in vacation in Malaysia. This is the most worst thing happens.
Sanju Verma, I'm sorry, I have to take Ashutosh Mishra ahead of you. He must answer. Ashutosh Mishra, what is happening? India Alliance unity for vice presidential election is already broken as soon as the election has been announced.
No, but Aam Aadmi Party was never part of India.
They supported your candidate. I'm saying to the extent of support of Justice Reddy, they did extend their support, but that support is also gone now.
No, well, Swati Maliwal can't stand Arvind Kejriwal. Why will she stand with India Alliance? So, I mean,
what logic is that?
Swati Maliwal.
I didn't understand this logic.
Has been abused. Swati Maliwal is an MP of Aam Aadmi Party, and we all saw what happened in the assembly elections, how she was campaigning against Aam Aadmi Party. So that is an Aam Aadmi Party MP. That's how much control they have over their own MPs. So they're talking about Rahul Gandhi not being serious or not whatever is ridiculous. Now, coming back to the vice presidential elections, it was an election which we already knew that the NDA is going to win. So this desperation to show as if this is something great victory, no. The ideology here was between a right-wing bigotry and a secular pro-constitution opposition. And the people who have voted against Sudershan Reddy have voted against secularism, have voted for a right-wing bigotry. That is as simple as that. And why don't you question those 10 NDA MPs who vote as foreign flag?
Okay, it is a defeat of NDA's ideology. Quick response, Sanju Verma.
Madhav, I'm so glad that today it is because Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister. You have India's first OBC Prime Minister. You have the first tribal, and that to a lady, Draupadi Murmu, as the President of India. And you have an OBC from the Congo Velala belt from the Gounder community in Tamil Nadu, one of the dominant OBC communities. He is the vice president. I will just leave your audience with one thought. You know, Bhagwant Man MIU, Pawan Khera busy doing press conferences in Tamil Nadu, Arvind Kejriwal busy in Rajkot. Nobody from Aam Aadmi Party is on the ground. It is Prime Minister Modi and the NDRF who are helping the people of Punjab. So stop coming on national TV and saying that Modi Sarkar aapko paise nahi de rahi. Why is Arvind Kejriwal using the Punjab government's state aircraft? He ran up a bill of 87 lakh rupees by treating Punjab state aircraft as his personal wagoner.
All right, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Very important issues of flood, certainly, that we'll be debating over the next few days as well. The Prime Minister has, of course, been there on ground today, but we'll have to leave it there. The big issue, of course, is this vice presidential poll and the victory of CP Radhakrishnan. What happens from here on remains to be seen. Sanju Verma, Karan Verma, Ashutosh Mishra, Salem Dharni Dharan, Advocate Vandana Sinha, thanks so much for joining us this evening.